the sock?
You peep the sock? Huh.
You see what
You
it says?
What's it say?
Do you see what it says?
Bad bitch.
Yeah.
And that's how we're starting the episode. Welcome to episode 12 of Vino Conversations. Today I am joined by
Arty. Furtado,
yes, sir.
Yeah, Arty
yes,
Furtado.
sir. Of what? Come on, bro.
Furtado Global.
Show the hoodie. Listen, if you in New York, you outside, you've seen his parties. Club 1BD, I would say, is the flagship one, but you got a bunch of other stuff under there. Booking events, booking concerts, all types of shit. We're going to get into that, but first we always start with a cheers. This time, because it's midday and Arty does not drink, we got some kombucha. This is not sponsored, but Synergy is actually my favorite kombucha brand. I know this sounds like an ad. I promise you it's not. I got the gingerberry. He's got the
Pomelo pink lemonade.
Come on, so we're going to do a little cheers. Cheers, bro. Usually we do a wine tasting as well, so we're just going to give our flavor notes of the kombucha.
It's interesting. I don't know whether it's pink lemonade or kombucha.
Really?
It's
it tastes
both.
less bucha-y?
It tastes this, yeah.
Interesting. I got this gingerberry. Definitely feel like it's got the ginger and the blueberry vibes.
It feels like two flavors are having an argument inside my mouth right now. Ayo. But
Major pause.
yeah. I mean,
You a fan though?
yeah, fan is a strong word, but I like it.
What's your favorite NA beverage when you're out and about, other than water? Since you
In the US, I think the best one is Sprite.
Okay.
The other stuff is it's all very sugary, but like I can't finish a Coke.
Okay. What about
like a
mocktails?
Fanta.
So you're a fan of mocktails?
Yeah, but
A little
they
overpriced
got
sometimes?
no. It's not even the overpriced. They just make them too complicated.
Yeah.
You know, like a lot of when you go out to drink, like most people order like tequila, Red Bull. Or
Yeah.
like, something simple.
Yeah.
I just want like two things.
Yeah.
You know, they be adding like pomegranate.
Because they're making the cocktail without the liquor, essentially.
Yeah, but like they're putting way too many things.
Yeah.
It's always like 6 ingredients, and the first 5 are fire, and then that last one.
Throws it off?
Yeah.
I do think mocktails are better than non-alcoholic wine, because with another girl, we did one of those sort of cheers. She was doing the 75 hard challenge, which includes no drinking for the 75 days.
Okay.
And NA wine is it's not the best.
But isn't that just grape juice?
See, that's my thing though. Let's just drink grape juice.
Mm-hmm.
Why make the wine and then remove the alcohol out of it? Because it's not going to taste like a good wine.
Just do grape
You know what I'm
juice,
saying?
man.
But I appreciate you coming on the pod, bro. It's definitely been, in the making for quite some time. And as you said, your favorite thing in the U.S. is Sprite because you have quite the perspective. Well, I'm saying within NA beverages. That's hilarious. Clip that right there.
Yeah.
No, your favorite thing in terms of the NA beverages when you're outside, out in the U.S. is Sprite because you have quite a
Sprite.
perspective. Outside of the U.S., because you are from Switzerland.
Yeah.
So tell us a little bit about where you're from, what that was like growing up, and how that kind of shaped your love for music and potentially events as well.
Well, first of all, in Orangina and Sinalco in Europe. Orangina, I don't know if you know.
What's that?
It's an orange soda.
Okay.
Orangina is phenomenal.
Orangina?
Yeah.
Okay.
It starts with an O. So like
Okay.
when you drink it, your mouth takes the O shape of the bottle.
Oh, well.
And then after you're done, you say goes Orangina. You're like, it's so fresh. That's
like when it's in
that's
the
their-
ads and everything?
Yeah, that's in
okay,
the
got
ads.
you.
Anyways, I grew up in Switzerland.
Yes, sir.
Geneva, Switzerland, 14th of June, 1998.
Come on.
France was about to win the World Cup. Yeah, my mom's from Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde.
Gang.
My dad is Russian.
I did not know you were half Russian.
Yeah.
You speak Russian?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes, sir.
Fire.
And I grew up there until I was 20 years old. It was kind of cool because like I know mostly the side of my family. That's my mom from Guinea-Bissau.
Mm-hmm.
And people just live everywhere.
Mm-hmm.
Like I have family in the UK, in Portugal, in Macau, in Paris, and like Western Guinea-Bissau.
Mm-hmm.
So like I've even as a young person, I've always like traveled all around the world just to see family.
Yep.
And also living in Europe, like I could walk to France. It would take me 30 minutes.
Really? So Geneva's near the border.
It's
then?
it's at the border. Yeah.
Wow.
So, yeah, man, it makes for a pretty worldwide kind of perspective on the world.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's fun.
That's dope, bro. And tell us a little bit more about Switzerland, because a lot of people don't understand how international of a country it is, and especially, I believe, the city of Geneva.
Yeah, so Geneva, we got the UN,
Mm-hmm.
the main office, I believe. Beautiful building.
I can imagine.
You should go.
Eventually, bro.
Yeah,
Vino
but
Friday in Switzerland.
sorry.
I said Vino Friday in Switzerland one day.
Hey, hey,
Let's make it happen.
hey. But yeah, no. I think like Geneva. I think Geneva and Zurich. But my experiences with Geneva
Yep.
are like very, very international to the point where like I'm Swiss. I'm a Swiss citizen, but growing up there, I couldn't tell you what a Swiss person looked like because all my Swiss friends were Albanian or Portuguese or Congolese or Algerian or Moroccan or Italian and German, you know? So like, it was really like this melting pot of like everybody, you know? And like, you couldn't really categorize people. It was just like, oh, damn, I got the Filipino friend right here, but they're also Swiss. So, you know, it's like when you leave Geneva, you go like to Lausanne, that's the next big city nearby. Yeah. Or it's more to the countryside. Then like everyone starts looking like Heidi, so like blonde and white. Yep. But yeah, it's kind of really cool because it gave me like this it made me like super open minded, you know, because like from jump I was exposed to everybody. Yeah. And not just 3 types of people. Yeah.
Sounds a little bit like New York City in that sense. Or like the US. Because if you ask someone, what does an American look like?
Right.
You know what I mean?
It's weird in New York because in New York, I feel like everybody is
a little more segregated.
Boxed into categories. Like no one mixes.
Yeah, like, comparatively. It sounds like you had a much more mixed upbringing in that sense.
Like, you know, in the U.S., there's the Jewish neighborhood, then there's Chinatown, then there's the Latino neighborhood, then there's the Black neighborhood. Yeah. And the white people are, you know, kind of everywhere, but, you know, like, it's not very mixed, you know.
Queens, I could argue, is, though. Queens, parts of I feel like, I will say this, though. New York is still more mixed, unfortunately, than cities like Chicago and LA, which are, like, super segregated.
For sure.
It's like, this is the Mexican neighborhood. Here's Irish. Here's Italian. Southside Black in Chicago specifically. Like,
for sure.
That shit is, like, actually segregated. So I think New York's a little bit better, but I still feel what you're saying in terms of that.
But it's like in New York, like, you grew up, in the U.S. at least, you grew up with this thing of, like, the 6 categories. You could be, like, Asian,
the way you
kind
of check your race, that's fair.
Yeah. Like, I never did that until I was, like, applying for university.
Really? So how do y'all keep track of that?
We don't. It's not. It's
very
not
interesting.
Yeah. So
I guess a different history too.
Yeah. So like, I remember I was showing my math teacher at the time. He was flabbergasted. He was literally like, "What? Yeah, that's unacceptable." And I was like, "That's so weird." Yeah. And I don't, because I'm not fully Black. Yeah. And you know, like I'm white, but like I'm not like American white, whereas you know, like I have some Russian things. Yeah. And, you know,
it's complicated.
And then it's like, if you're Hispanic, you can't even, like, I don't know. Like, I'm not Hispanic, but like,
then you gotta do Hispanic, which is ethnicity, but not race. So then you have to.
Yeah, it's a weird definition, but it's like, I feel like in New York, you can like fit everybody in these 6 boxes. Yeah. Whereas like in Switzerland, if I try to fit these, it would be impossible. Because,
Very, very interesting. And then, so how did that and your parents as well shape your love for music? Because I know you have some musicians in the family. Yeah. And then obviously because of that, and where you grew up must have been quite the global sounds that kind of influenced the music you listened to.
Yeah, so I mean, living in Europe, if you were young, you listened to a lot of electronic music.
I assume, yeah.
A lot of French rap. Okay. It's phenomenal. I will argue French rappers have better lyrics than U.S. rappers. They are much more fun, much more engaging. Yes.
Okay. On average, I could believe you.
Like they are much more in your face.
I've heard some French drill. That's tough,
bro. Some of the things they say. So yeah, it's funnier. It's more entertaining to me, honestly. It's like, it's almost like it's more about what they say and less about the lifestyle. Okay. Whereas like, as you listen to American rap, it's just like the lifestyle, you know. Yeah. Yes, a lot of that. My mom, Guinea-Bissau, Cape Verde, so a lot of music from that part of the world, West Africa. And yeah, I've just like always kind of been curious, like, you know, hip hop and R&B is kind of like, it's kind of worldwide, you know, like
super worldwide.
Yeah, so like I was listening to that growing up. So I was listening to everything, bro.
That's dope.
Like jazz music is great. I was doing a lot of like, I was playing classical guitar when I was young. So
really?
Listening to a lot of different classical pieces, like operas. So yeah, bro, everything.
It's
I
fire.
love, like, my mom would have like Arab CDs in the car,
Wow.
so we'd be like blasting Arab music. I just like never knew the names because I
Yeah.
didn't have Shazam.
Yeah,
And when you take out the
definitely
CD,
not.
it says like track 1, track 2.
Yeah.
It doesn't say like, you know, Nancy Ajram or whatever. So
Mm-hmm.
yeah.
That's fire, bro. And I mean, it's cool that you talk about all those different genres. Because if I go to the Furtado Global page, I can find events that hit all of those genres, quite literally, which
I
is
like
amazing.
that.
So
Thank you.
yeah, bro. No, like
Appreciate
it's
it,
been
yeah.
a culmination of your life, it sounds like.
Yeah.
And I mean, the name is perfectly fitting for Furtado Global. So, but you spoke about that passion for music, that global perspective. When did you start thinking about DJing, making music, events, and realizing that your passion could actually turn into business and actual work? There's always that interesting line of like, this is just something I love, but it's like, wait, could I actually monetize this?
Yeah. So like when I was 6, my mom was like, all right, you're gonna do all this music shit.
Yeah.
So I pick up classical guitar, like solfège in French. I don't know what the name of it is in English, but it's basically music theory.
Mm-hmm.
Did all that. So music was kind of in there always. But then as I started listening to electronic music, like I was more so fascinated by how to make these sounds.
Okay.
That was the main. I would be listening to DJ Tiesto. I don't know if you're familiar.
I feel like I've heard the name Tiesto.
Probably the biggest EDM. Like,
Yeah,
DJ,
I've heard that name
like,
Tiesto.
He's been
Yeah,
around since like the 80s or 90s or
Got
something.
you.
Dutch guy.
Yeah.
He'd have these crazy sounds. And I was just like, yo, how do I make this? You know?
Yeah.
So that's what got me on GarageBand. I was like, yo.
Okay. GarageBand.
And then like I opened up my first GarageBand when I was 10, putting loops together, like making cool stuff that people could dance to.
Yeah.
Then it was like Ableton, and it was Logic Pro, and then like the first people that I saw that were like big doing that were DJs. So Tiesto, you know, Swedish House Mafia,
Yep.
Axwell, a bunch of like electronic
Avicii,
music stuff.
R.I.P.
Avicii, shout out, man, big time.
Legend.
And so my original dream was to headline Tomorrowland. And I was like, maybe I could still do it, but like,
hey man,
that was the dream. I was like, oh, I'm gonna make these beats, and I feel like I peaked at 15, bro.
In terms of beats?
Hell yeah.
Nah, you got time, bro. You can
if
fix
I
it.
play you some of the shit I was doing, because back then, bro, I was young. I had 10 hours a day.
Yeah, there's actually nothing else to do.
You
It's
know,
lit.
like you go to school, come back,
And when you treat that like your sport too,
you know,
you can put in that sort of time.
Yeah, and it's like, bro, you go to school, come back, make beats for like 10 hours. If you're like 14, 15, you only sleep 5 hours, bro, you're fine.
Yeah,
like, you know,
fact,
tired, but it's not like now.
Yeah.
If I sleep 8 hours, I'm still tired. You know, back then 6 hours was
Yeah,
okay.
be straight.
So yeah, that's what got me into the music making.
Yeah.
And then, you know, life had its episodes, like ups and downs and stuff.
Yep.
Ended up here when I was 20, went to NYU.
Fire.
Trying to get back into the music production stuff. And then a friend of mine was just like, yo, like, you got a rooftop. You should throw like a party, you know, all these artists. I was like, yeah, you're right. So like me and a friend collabed, and my first rooftop party, like I think like 220, 230 people came. Right?
What's happening? Wait, you're in college. What kind of rooftop did you have? Like the dorm building?
No, I was living in Brooklyn. Like
right,
I was
a
off
lot
campus.
of y'all don't do yeah, because I went to school in upstate New York, so very different. You have traditional kind of dorm housing.
I'm
just had
European,
apartments.
bro. Like we don't live in the dorm in Geneva. At
Heard
least,
you.
so.
He's like, you need an apartment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And so like the apartment had like this really nice rooftop.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Sick.
So like
Brooklyn's the spot for that for sure. For those who don't know.
And it had a view of the city. It was a vibe.
It's a nice debut.
Hey man, the sun, the weather was great.
Yep.
And so yeah, like 230 people came, and it was like dope because like I think I made 1K off of it.
Oh, you threw like an official event.
Oh yeah, people
wasn't
bought
like,
tickets.
Oh, you like see, this boy been by his business since day one. Stop playing with him.
And this might be illegal, but like at the time, I thought I was gonna lose all this money, right?
Yeah.
Because like we paid for alcohol. We were like, I don't know if probably giving it away for free.
Yeah.
We
or
charged,
price it in the ticket sort of thing.
I guess, yeah.
Yeah.
We charged like $8 tickets or like $5 or $10 tickets. I don't know. It was like a guy at the door.
I say, who was security?
It was some guy connected me with some dude at NYU, like, and he was just like big in stock.
Legit? Yeah, so he wasn't about to run up. That's fine. That's
so
funny.
you know, he was just like keeping the cash flowing and stuff.
Yeah.
And I had like 6 artists, including myself, on it that
That's fine.
they weren't known, you know.
Yeah.
My headliner was Khadijah. Shout out Khadijah from the Bay Area.
Shout out Khadijah.
Big 5'9" tall Nigerian black girl. And she could rap, bro. She could rap for real.
That's
and
tough.
It was like these 6 artists that were like, they were dope.
Yeah.
They weren't known, but they were dope.
Yeah.
And I just like managed to bring like 220 people to it. And what was great is that the 220 people had a great time, first of all.
Yeah.
That it was awesome. Because I kind of had been going to parties and I was like, nah, this is how it should be, right? If you're going to incorporate an artist, make it the real focus. Don't just like throw a DJ party and then have a random artist. Like, nah, make it explicit that these artists are going to be performing so that when people come, they have that curiosity already in place when they get there, important, right? Yeah. So, and she was dope. So, bro, after the show, like, you would see girls post on their IGs with captions being the lyrics of Khadijah's songs.
Let's go.
Even with her songs not being out. Yeah. Like, she had just, like, done something to their brains where they're like, oh, I'm a fan.
That's what matters, bro.
And so, like, that was dope. And I was like, yo, like, I could make this a real thing. Yeah. And so, yeah, I did the next one. Did another one. And then I did one where Doechii headlined in early 2020.
Let's clap it up for Doechii, man. Grammy award-winning artist. And she absolutely deserved it for those of you talking all that message. She absolutely deserved it. Yeah. Alligator Bites Never Heal. First of all, one of the best album titles I've seen. Actually, it's even crazier that it's a mixtape. Yeah. And it was the best rap project. So shout out to her. Yeah. Tell us about meeting Doechii and what that was like. You got the shout out on Nardwar, who does the craziest research of all time.
Yeah, I don't know how Nardwar found me, bro.
You know what I mean? Like, bro, talk about that. That's an insane moment for it to culminate into her winning the Grammys that she just got. Like, talk about that, bro. That has to be one of the crazier things that's happened to you.
Like meeting her?
Just like, even the trajectory of that person that headlined your show to not be where she's at. Like, that has to be kind of nuts,
it's fire. It's phenomenal. But like, back 2019, I'm like, plotting a Halloween party, right? I had this venue locked in, and I was just looking for artists, you know, and I found her, I think because she had a song called Spooky Coochie.
Spooky Coochie. That sounds like a Doechii title.
Phenomenal song. Yeah, that sounds still
like a
probably one of my favorite Doechii songs to this day. Yeah. And it was just like, even the start, it's just like, like you should listen.
Her intensity, her breath control is
bro.
Crazy.
Like her rap was nonstop. 3 minutes of like rapping. It was entertaining, engaging, simple music video, bro. I was like, yo. And at the time, I was kind of nervous about hitting up like people. She had like 10K followers, which like was already a lot back then.
Yeah, no, definitely
on Instagram. But like that song, I was just like, yo. Hit her up like, yo, my name's Arty. I'm in New York. I do shows and stuff. I make music too. I'd love to have you at my Halloween stuff. Yeah. And I wasn't expecting a response because like people at 10K already sometimes can be pretentious and like not. But she hit me back right away. Wow. She's like, yo, like, yeah, I'm coming to New York soon actually. So this will be perfect. Yeah. So we just stayed in touch. Fun fact, that venue ended up canceling on me. So
how'd you make it happen?
What do you mean?
Like, how'd you make the event happen?
I didn't. Basically, I bootstrapped another rooftop party in November. Yeah, it wasn't with Doechii, but I did it. Unfortunately, the neighbors shut that down.
I was gonna say, how'd you get away with the first one?
The neighbors didn't care.
Yeah, I was like, how did? But then residential building, 230 people.
The second one, one neighbor started hating on me because like I don't know, he's probably racist or something. But like if you took a breath, he would knock on your door and be like, "You're too loud."
Oh, okay, so then let alone a party with 200 people, it's not
so whatever. But yeah, no, so Doechii and I stayed in touch, and she came to New York. Funny thing, bro. She's the first artist like that I tried to book through like her manager at the time.
Yeah, pre-TDE for sure, right?
Pre-TDE, yeah. So that was a whole new experience for me talking to an artist manager. Yeah, and so like. She told me I gave her my number. And she told me my manager's gonna call you. Yeah, I was like, cool. Doechii is from Florida, so I'm expecting it to be a Florida or a New York number or LA because music or whatever. Yep. I'm on my way to class, NYU, and I get a call from Minnesota. I'm like, what? I thought it was a spam. Yeah. So as a child, I pick up like, yo, and I hear nothing, and I'm like, yo, what's up, bitch? Ha ha. And I hang up. I hang up. I'm like, whatever, cool. I'm in class, chilling. 30 minutes later, I get a text like, hey, it's Oyinda. I'm not sure what that was, but yeah, I'm Doechii's manager.
My God, bro.
Damn.
Nah, you almost fumbled.
I was
The
like,
great
fuck, my bad.
That's so.
Yeah.
Did your heart just like, those moments in life when everything just like the world just collapsed?
Yeah,
like,
I
did
was
your
just
brain
like-
just?
I
That's
was
too
just like,
much.
Damn. No,
Damn.
I hope. But yeah, we whatever. She understood.
That's a worse than we should talk text. Lord have mercy. Whew. I'm glad you figured it out. But
Yeah, we
that's
figured it out. But yeah, no, we then we hung out. And it was funny, like, we just hung out, went to Checkers, got some food,
Yeah.
went to my apartment, and like she was like, I play me some of your music. I played her some of my music, and she was like, oh shit. And
Yeah.
that's when we were like, all
Yeah.
right, yeah.
That's
We're
fire.
straight. And so yeah, we just like became friends. Like we were making music like a lot. Like she would come over.
Oh,
like,
really? Wow.
Yeah,
That's
she would
fire,
come
bro.
over. Like I'd help her record. Like, and Doechii was like the first. Probably like there's a few people in life that I've met. Like I've met a lot of artists, right?
Yeah, of course.
There's like a few, maybe like 2 or 3 artists that
Yeah.
I've met where I'm like, okay, they could be something. If
Yeah.
everything falls into place,
Yeah.
they could be something. And Doechii like was by far the most like focused one.
Yeah.
Like she had like equal talent with like I think maybe 2 other people that I knew,
Yeah.
right? But she just had the drive.
Yeah.
Like she gave everything, bro. And also she was focused. By that point she had grown a YouTube following since she was like 14.
Yeah, because she became like a
You know?
YouTuber, right?
She had,
So
she had a
yeah.
YouTube like since she was 14. So she already had an audience.
Yeah.
And she already knew like, kind of like how to manage that. How to
content and everything.
She knew that she had to give them something regularly.
Mhm.
She was like vlogging everything.
Yep.
Like everywhere she went, she had her camera.
Yep.
And like when you working music with her, like she wouldn't stop.
Yeah.
There was always like, let's try this. I'm
Yeah.
like, let's try that. She's like, cool. It doesn't
Yeah.
work. It works.
That's fire.
It's always fun, bro.
That's
like
dope.
the energy that she has now, she already had it from the jump, right?
Yeah.
Now it's like obviously like you put TDE behind it, like
Crazy. Yeah.
crazy, right? But it's just like she like I don't want to say I knew she was gonna win a Grammy because
Yeah. You never know, and that's
you
political
never know.
too.
But like I just knew that like if everything went right for this girl,
she's got it.
I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Just some people you're like, damn,
Yeah.
how did they become something?
Yeah. Facts.
But her was just like no surprise, bro.
Yeah.
Like and yeah, sweetest, kindest person, bro.
That's
and
amazing.
so yeah, I did like had her on 2 shows like early 2020, and then the COVID happened, and then she was like, "Yo, Arty, like, you think I could like shoot a music video at NYU, like, because I need to shoot it in a classroom?"
Yeah.
And I was like, I tried, but they were
Yeah.
like, nah, like
sure they
she
was
would have
fine
had
with
like
it.
New York was hella
New-
strict back then.
Bro, you cannot.
I couldn't have brought her into the room.
Yeah.
3 months later, the song drops. It's Yucky Blucky Fruitcake,
Yeah.
which the music video is in his classroom.
Mm-hmm.
And that just takes her to the top.
Yep.
TD signs her. And yeah,
Here she is.
she's amazing.
Absolutely crazy. It's amazing to hear this, bro, because the way she's recently blossomed, and the internet is the largest group of haters of all time because they have
Yeah.
nothing else to do, calling her an industry plant. And it's like, bro,
Nah.
this is just one example of somebody the last 5-6 years who have
Yeah.
known her, who have seen her put in the work,
Yeah.
seen her record the songs, perform live, try to do this, try to do that, seen the hunger day in
Yeah.
and day out. There's
Nah.
no industry plant, bro.
Nah,
If
like
you know what I mean? Like that's just, and first off, TDE is not even an industry plant label
Yeah.
at all.
No.
It took everybody time to get to where they are.
Yeah.
From Kendrick to SZA and now Doechii, even J-Rock, Schoolboy Q, all those guys.
Absolutely.
Like TD's not even some industry plant shit. So
Nah.
what are we talking about?
It's like, and bro, she would come, we would record until like 5, 6 a.m. And I'd be like, you got any other ideas? I'd turn around, she'd be asleep. I'm like, all right.
Yeah.
The rest of the session
That's
is
when it's done.
And
Yeah,
then
yeah.
we'd wake up and we'd like listen to the song, like, straight away.
Yeah.
So like she was about that thing, And she like, it was super dope. She has a vision for everything that I don't know about now. Obviously I'm not in
Yeah.
it, but like back then she had a vision for everything that she was doing. When
Yeah.
like she wanted to make her like first project, she showed me a whole like mood board of like multiple pages, like
Yeah.
with images and like this is how I want it to be. Like
That's
I want the
fire.
music to sound like it looks like this, like stuff. And I
That's
was like,
huge.
yeah. And it's funny, I'd be like, yo, homie, bro, you should work with her. and it'd be like, oh yeah, cool, whatever.
Oh, you seem to like friends and shit?
Yeah, you should work with her. And now they're just like, yo, Arty, man, I should have listened to you.
Yeah, right. You still got her number, right? Like, yeah. Crazy as hell.
But yeah, no, she's like super. It's absolutely awesome to see, you know.
And it's dope to hear she's such a kind person too. On top of all that, you know what I mean. And people seem to still have those sort of words for her, so that's great to hear, bro. Okay, so wow, you had Doechii in your early days, which is a pretty amazing start to it. And I believe you worked for an events company before starting for Untitled Global.
Correct.
So kind of how was that transition of doing it for the larger corporation until realizing like, hold on, I can fully do my own business and make this my profession?
So like when I was doing my shows, like I was kind of like, yeah, this is what I want to do, right?
Yeah.
And
so at that point you knew like this is...
Yeah.
Okay.
And it was like to grow, you kind of have to like work for a company.
Yeah.
Right.
A lot of experience you get too.
And it was like kind of like, I knew that if I worked at Live Nation or AEG, they would have me like scraping the floors, you know, like internship, like doing BS, like BS work. And I know that like, I was kind of convinced that like I could help in more ways. So like I try to find like the right company to work at and learn at. And like I found it, like applied, tried it, got it. And it was really dope because like it was a small company. It was like independent company. But like immediately I got involved into like basically almost all aspects of the business, right?
Fire.
And so like
good experience. Really
quickly I learned a lot, like built like a really robust network off of that.
Fire.
But it was kind of cool to see that like the stuff that I was doing for that company was the same stuff I was doing before, just bigger stakes and like bigger,
more scale,
more stakeholders, more people to talk to and stuff. But it was like kind of like a continuation of what I was already doing.
Yep.
So I was there for like 2.5 years, and like going into it, like I knew eventually I was gonna want my own, right? Just didn't know when. And so then last year broke off into my own. Had a little panic moment where I was like, oh shit, you know.
When you first started it?
Yeah.
So what was that panic moment about? Like the reality of it?
Yeah.
Yeah,
like, you know, like going from like stable income.
That's what I'm feeling right now. Yeah.
Yeah, stable income to like,
it's real, bro.
1 month you might make like 3K. The next month you might make 20K. Like it's not, you know, it's
big shrug.
Hey, no, like, but 20K sounds great.
Yeah.
But that needs to happen every month.
Right.
And you're not even talking before taxes and all that. That needs to happen every month. You're not gonna, that's hard to do, right?
20K is crazy.
Yeah. And like you need a lot of like things to fall into place to happen right. Like you need shows to sell out. You need to get a couple clients work.
Yeah.
Like and agency work. You know.
And it's also like you're relying on other people for it. Like the people have to buy the tickets, which is kind of an interesting relationship too.
So it's like, you know, sometimes like you might make 20K or like 10K. Let's say you make 10K. Like a week later, you're throwing a festival and then the artist deposits are 10K. You know, that's like you don't even have
Cosmic
time to
Fest.
Hey, there you go.
Good time.
So it's like it's going from something stable. Stable money is very easy to manage, man. Like,
yeah, of course.
It's way easier to manage than like, oh shit.
Because you know what the graph looks like.
Yeah, I need like I made this month I made 2K. How much am I gonna pay myself? Fuck, I don't know. Like, ain't shit. And then the next month is like 15K. But damn, I need to pay off the credit cards and like all this and that. So it's like it's. At first I was like, fuck, am I gonna do it? But then I started like learning things and like just like me going on my own, like it started to open doors that like would never have opened before. You know, I don't know if it's because of politics or like stuff like that, but like I just got like so many opportunities, like love being thrown at you and stuff that like it's a blessing, but it's just definitely you got to be ready for it. It takes a lot of work.
100%.
You know.
Yeah, and you know what else takes a lot of work? Growing Club 1 BD. Let's clap it up for Club 1 BD, man. Y'all going crazy. Hold on, let me pull up the Instagram real quick.
Shout out DJ
Shout
David.
out DJ David. That's the homie too. Because I was looking at the things that y'all have sold out recently or are about to sell out as well. So let me just make sure I get these cities correct.
Let's see.
Sold out London.
Not really. Like,
Okay, packed out London.
yeah, 80%.
First off, you're in London, which is insane.
Yeah.
Packed out London.
Should have done a smaller venue. Sorry, guys.
It's okay. Packed out London, sold out LA,
Correct.
sold out DC,
Yes, sir.
sold out Philly,
Yes, sir.
sold out Houston, sold out Dallas,
Yes.
sold out Detroit,
Ooh.
and we are almost about to sell out Brooklyn
It's,
of 1,200 people. I think there's 5 tickets left last time you chatted.
5 tickets left last night. Right now, there's 1 ticket left.
1 ticket left live on the air. This is fire.
But it's actually like claimed already because somebody has it in their cart.
Really?
So like somebody clicked to buy it, but they just haven't checked out yet. So when you go actually to try and buy a ticket,
it says sold out.
It says sold out.
Sold out, Brooklyn.
Hey!
1,200 people live on there. It's funny because you called me last night. I was like, yo, I hope that it happens live.
Yeah.
We got it. We got the reaction of that.
Yeah.
Sold out Brooklyn, 1,200 people.
Yeah.
We're going to talk about that too. Sold out Chicago.
Yes, sir.
Sold out Atlanta.
Yes.
And then low tickets in Minneapolis,
Yeah.
which is not until May 16th.
Yeah.
Bro, congrats. That's insane.
thank you,
That's
bro.
absolutely insane. Congrats to you. Congrats to DJ David, of
Shout out
course.
David.
Anybody else who's ever DJ with y'all. The fans, the ambassadors, the people who are on every video,
Yo.
y'all homies who always be sliding through, giving the amazing reaction. So yeah, y'all have gone fucking crazy, bro.
Thank you.
Like you're
Appreciate
already
it,
a globally touring event. That's nuts. I mean, talk about Club 1BD, bro. It's nuts.
Club One
It's actually
Bedroom.
crazy.
Club One Bedroom. And you know, things work in funny timings. So like when I left my previous company that I was working at, like I think a couple of days after David called me.
Yeah.
And he was like, yo.
He knew. Shout out David.
Hey, I don't
Yeah.
know. But he was like, yo, bro, like, at first it was just like, I'm throwing a party in my apartment. Like, I think we're going to film it. Because like his boy at the time, like he had the equipment, whatever. And it was just like him, a friend of his, another DJ friend of his, and myself and him and David, we're going to DJ. And I was just like, yeah, cool, whatever, you know, fuck it, let's do it.
Yeah.
And I just thought thought it was gonna be fun, and so it was a fun, you know, Saturday afternoon, whenever we did it. Like I think it was mid-February, and then he posted the first video he posted. Off that had like 300K views or 400K views.
Do you remember the song, The Transition?
I think it was a Missy Elliott thing.
Okay.
Had like 300K views. It was a simple thing.
Yeah.
And then I was just like, yo, damn, bro. Shit. Oh, shit. Okay. I see you. You know? But at first I was just like, oh, well, you know, we got lucky, whatever. One video.
Yeah.
Like, cause a lot of times, like what happens on Instagram, you'll see like people will have one video hit 1 million views, and then the rest will be like 4,000, 5,000 consistently, right? So
keeping the engagement high is hard.
You know, I thought that was that.
Yeah.
And then a second video, 400K again, 500K again.
Yeah.
And third video, 1 million views for the whole long. Damn.
Yeah,
bro,
that's
shit.
consistency. That's hard.
Yo, we like,
shit
ain't stopping. Like another video, this time of me in it, like 100K views, a Sade remix. Oh, damn.
And you're getting followers at the same time too.
Yeah, and like his following count is growing. Like I think,
and that matters because sometimes people see virality. Nowadays, people follow less than before because it's more about just engaging with content and not overall profiles.
Right.
So to actually convert them into a follower to want to see more means even more today on social media than it used to. So
well,
that's a
hey
big thing
man,
too.
shit. He started that thing. I think he had like 1,000 or something around that, maybe less or like around that, because he's already been a wedding DJ for a while, right? And he's been featured on New York Times, The Knot, Wedding Wire.
Oh, really?
Yeah, as
I didn't know that.
Come on, man.
Man, he bringing love together. Shout out
Come
David,
on,
bro.
putting
That's
that
fire.
love together.
That's amazing.
And so, he already had been like kind of filming some clips from his weddings, you know, like making.
So he'd been in the scene and shit.
Making these like little edits, like from that, you know. And so what we did in the apartment was just a bit like better production. But yeah, no, like when the third or fourth video started having these kind of views and his following count started going to like 10K, like, you know,
that's
15K,
That's a lot.
like it was just like, yo, if we can do this, like, but like we gotta have like an actual brand.
Yeah.
Like it can't just be like on your page, because like when we start like
incorporating
other artists, like guests and stuff, we can't just be like DJ David collab Duran Bernard, you know? Like it has to be, there has to be like a real hey, it has to be like a real page attached to it, right?
That's how you build the brand. Yep.
Right. And so the back and forth to find the name lasted 5 minutes.
That's fire.
You know, usually it's like months of,
you know what I mean?
I don't know.
ChatGPT, like, wait, what if we change
what should we
it?
do?
Yeah,
Whatever.
Yeah.
I was looking at the text the other day.
Yeah.
I think it was like a 5 minute span from the first suggestion to the last suggestion. Club 1BD it was. We set the account April 1st. We posted our first Club 1BD video on April 1st.
That's fire.
And that one got like 10 million views on TikTok, 1 million on Instagram.
That's a lot.
And it was the SpongeBob remix.
And that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
That shit was super funny.
Yeah. And that was just like, oh, okay.
Okay, yeah.
All right. Now we
hold on now.
yeah. So now it's like, all right, we gotta keep this going.
Yeah.
And so we've just been like growing ever since.
Yep.
It's like it's grown so fast.
Insane.
Like,
I don't think
so
I've ever
fast.
seen this before. Ever. Well, actually, I have not seen this ever before, I can say.
Well,
I'll just say
thank you.
that. Yeah.
Appreciate it.
Quite literally. Yeah.
No, it's like it's a blessing. Like, I mean, for us, like we're going to like keep trying our best, you know, like choosing the right moments, like making the best edits, like playing good music.
Yep.
But like at the end of the day, whether people follow us or not, that's their decision, you know. And the fact that they have been consistently doing that, like resharing, like following, and like it's been a blessing. And the ultimate test, like people spend money to come see us. Which
Webster
is
Hall
like,
sold out. What? Are you a rapper? Are y'all a band? Are you a singer? What?
Bro,
sold out Webster Hall?
No, but
I'm in that bitch like, Arty, what's going on, bro? Nah, why you doing Webster Hall, bro? I'm putting it here for singers. This is nuts.
No, but it's crazy because like at first when we started the page in April, right? I was like, I'm in an events, right? So I was like, we're gonna do events, right?
Yeah.
But I was thinking, we're gonna start in September. You know,
yeah.
We gotta grow first. But then I had like a date open, like a canceling. So I was just like, yo, what are you doing in like 10 days, bro?
Jesus.
And he was like, I'm free. I was like, you wanna try it?
Yeah.
And I was like, here's the deal, you know, if we don't sell out, we might lose 10K.
Yeah.
You know, if we don't, you know, like it's like, all right, bet, fuck it, let's
Get
go.
crazy, yeah.
And so we did it, we put it up. And like, bro, as an event organizer, I'm sure you know, I don't like for me, the first day, after the first day, I already kind of know what it's gonna sell like at the end. Right?
You think so?
Yeah.
I've had all types of shit, so I can't relate to that. But you've done so many more events for a longer time, so a bit different.
And it's kind of different on like, because if you're throwing like depends on the kind of event, right? But like I know what the sales patterns are gonna be, right?
Yeah.
So I was just like, I had a number. I was like, yo, if we can sell like 20 or 25% of the tickets on the first day, then we're good.
Yeah.
You know, I think we sold like 35% on the first day. Like,
oh wow,
right away, right?
That's fire. So you knew it was
yeah,
what was gonna happen.
and we sold it out like with like 3 days to go.
That's huge, bro.
You know, and now it was just like, oh, and we have people who want to actually come see this.
Yeah,
you know. And so, yeah, it's just like we just kept on growing from there. Like it's always this like challenges, you know.
Yeah.
Because like,
it's like, what's the pace?
I've also like,
you know what I mean?
What do you mean?
Oh no, the pace of growth is like, because you decide the venues you book.
Yeah.
You decide when to take the jump. Do you try to go back to the same level venue? Because something I deal with too.
Yeah.
It's like, what is that pace? But clearly, y'all, it's worked out.
Hey, we
got, you know what I'm saying?
Step by step.
Yeah.
I'm always like, we go smaller. Like we're not like
because you know the financial risk too.
I know, but I also know that like you can't just like, even if you can do the big ones, you shouldn't just go and do the big ones because like, let's say the second time people are a bit less interested. If you do this big one again, it's not gonna look as good. You know, like Webster Hall with 500 people is not a shot. You know, so it's like you really kind of have to like build like slowly. Just for one, know that like at the second, like let's say you do a 400 cap the first one, right? And then you do 600 cap the next one. If you only do 400 and a 600 cap, that's fine. Yeah. And at least you know that like your party can do 400. And that's what you should aim for every time. Yep. But then like if you keep on selling out, then you can like progressively build. And that's what we did. The first one was like a 350 cap. and the second one was a 400 cap, and then after that was 800. And then
Bogart's 400?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Damn.
sir. Yes, sir.
Damn, I didn't know you could fit 400. I mean, it was absolutely packed. I didn't think about the numbers of it though. 400.
Yeah.
Okay.
And then, yeah, so like you gotta build just like, you know, progressively, and especially us, because like we are a content brand, right? And like we go viral, but virality doesn't last. So like if we take our foots off the gas and just like say 2 weeks out, we're not gonna, you know, maybe people don't engage with us that much anymore, you know. So we constantly have to like figure out like have to have good stuff to post, you know, like at strategic times. Yeah. Because ultimately that's what drives our sales, you know.
100%.
So yeah, it's like it's been a beautiful journey, bro. Like David is like honestly like the best partner to have on this. Like
that's fire.
It was his idea at first. Like, you know, we both like growing it together. So like it's beautiful, man. And like we planned out the whole year until January. So
that's fire.
Yeah.
More dates after the tour dates?
Hey, a lot of things.
Sheesh, I believe it.
Yeah,
I believe it. That's fire, bro. I knew this shit was real because I was at the very first one with film photography.
Correct.
And Not Like Us had dropped the weekend before. And you could even see some Saturday nights that song was ringing off. It had just come out. Yeah. But then the next weekend is like, okay, this is the first weekend of Not Like Us, which is already like, you can see this is going to be the biggest diss track ever. And then I remember your set when you did the slow jazz transition into that crowd reaction, bro. I said, nah.
Crazy.
First off, congrats to you on just like, that is one of the best live executions of a transition I've heard. And the timeliness of that song just coming out, knowing how they'd react. And it was something unique, and it wasn't like, because I feel like sometimes transitions, people can do it's a little like, that was perfect. But then also I was like, oh, this song's gonna be fucking crazy. The reaction, that song hit a chord. Not to get into that whole beef and everything, but I was like, this song is about to go nuts, bro.
It was dope, man.
Yeah.
It was just, you know what sucked? What the thing about that party that was like unfortunate?
Oh.
The front DJ camera didn't work.
That's what you was asking for, like some of my iPhone footage and like the camcorder stuff. Wow.
The camera didn't work. So and also
the video,
like,
I'm sure did great though.
Yeah. And also like we kind of like we didn't have the right camera angles, so like we didn't capture it well.
You were learning.
We were learning.
But I'll tell you this, what's always more important is the vibe in the room.
Oh yeah.
Unmatched.
Yeah, no.
Unmatched.
We're so lucky. Like
your crowd's incredible,
like,
bro.
They're so like, I think it's an older crowd. It's like the average age is
sometimes
like,
though.
It is.
Maybe it's getting older actually, low key.
Well, if on the stats that I have, it's like the average age is like 31.
Okay.
So like most people that buy are between 26 and 35-year-olds.
Okay. That's kind of New York though in general, low key. It's an older crowd going out by. You don't think so?
You go to Vino Friday, them girls are 24, 23.
There's definitely older than me though,
too. A little bit.
I'd say my demographic on average is probably 25 to like 31, 32. Because there's definitely people older than me.
Yeah.
Yeah. But, most of my DJs, I actually think all my DJs are older than me.
Yeah?
Yeah.
But it's, I don't know, we have an older crowd. And I think it's just like that. I think we post good music on our socials, right? So like people come for like,
and it's nostalgic too, which skews it up too. Yeah.
But like I think we're lucky because we try to stay away from like the regular like clubs thing. Yeah. And we try to make it like more than just about bottles and stuff. Like we don't really do bottle sections at our events.
You don't at all. Which is
so
huge.
It's like
and people still hit those minimums clearly, or whatever deal you got you hitting. Yeah,
but people like come for the music.
Yeah,
like and you can tell like not only when we ask them like what'd you like I wanted to see the transitions and they were so good.
The body language of the crowd tells you how much they're there for music because
they're all facing the DJ.
And that's why I know you were very selective about certain types of vibes, certain types of songs, because they are, because you can pull up and have a great time if you just want to vibe out to the music. Yeah. So that's why I know y'all have to be so intentional about that. Yeah. You know what I'm saying?
But no, it's like amazing. And even like every venue that like we go into, like they just like, they're always so happy. Cause like a lot of these nightlife parties, bro, like fights break out, like people smoke up the room. Yeah. Like people get arrogant and annoying, but like our crowd is like so kind and nice, and
it's really friendly. It's really friendly.
People like I know so many girls that just go alone, and then they end up become like meeting friends at the party,
Yeah,
and they
I've seen
still
it
hang
happen.
out to this day. you
Facts.
know?
I've seen it happen. Yeah.
So yeah, it's like pretty. It's lovely to see,
That's dope,
and
bro.
I just hope that we can carry on the momentum,
Yeah.
because like sometimes it's scary, bro. You don't know
Yeah.
if the videos are gonna hit or not.
Yeah.
Like, but like every time, like I was telling David, like every time I'm feeling like, damn, we're losing traction.
Yeah.
Fuck.
It's all relative.
Something goes
though.
back.
It's also relative losing traction, because I can relate even with five-a-side, because we super over engage our views compared to audience, and sometimes we're like, oh, it's a little bit lower when shit's at 20K
Yeah.
average, and then it gets back to the 100K average or whatever it might be. And it's like, so it's also very relative, because other people are dying to get just 10K on one thing.
Yeah.
So you also have to keep that in mind too.
True.
Yeah.
But it's like also like like I'm mostly like we focus on the views, right?
Yeah.
But like we try not to keep make sure the growth in followers is not stagnant,
Yeah,
because that's what's really gonna like take you places.
Mhm.
And like sometimes it's scary, man. Like,
Yeah, of course.
like sometimes you put hours into it, and then like the videos don't hit, they get taken
I can
down
relate,
because of copyright.
Yeah.
Like it's not as easy as it looks.
It don't
Like,
look
you
easy,
know?
I'll tell you that
Yeah.
much.
And then no, but even like
Yeah.
I used to think like when people like had like content, I was like, oh, you know, this is
Content's hard, bro.
Nah, man, I'm
I
just
can
like,
relate.
yo, like this is
Yeah.
a lot of coordination,
Mhm.
a lot of hard work. Like at first, it was me and David editing everything,
Yeah.
you know, so like that took time, a lot of time. It probably took some time away from like us potentially growing in other opportunities in
Yeah,
other ways.
it's a sacrifice.
But now we have other editors that work with us.
That's
Like it's a lot of coordination, but
That's
it's worth
fine.
it.
Yeah.
It's amazing.
So I think that you guys are one of the leaders of a DJ style and format that is a bit of a larger trend, I would say. I think y'all leading it in terms of
Thank you.
one, the transitions
Yeah.
and the edits, and then also kind of like the homies and the homegirls behind kind of amping it up, having those live reactions. I think y'all do it the best. And
thank you.
one or at least one of the best, you know what I mean? Obviously, there's probably stuff around the world that I haven't seen, so I don't want
Yeah.
to say that, but some of the best. And you can see some of the most genuine reactions, genuine fun, and then the whole party is actually fun. But on the flip side, some other people are talking about, obviously not y'all, but just in general, the trend may be going too far. Do DJs sometimes try to do this for themselves? Then the party's not actually fun. Is every event collective now doing the DJ with the people behind them and the zoom into the reaction? And like, what do you think about the overall trend of it? Do you think it's saturated now? How do you feel about just what's going on? Not even in comparison to y'all. I'm just saying like, because it's everywhere.
Yeah.
Anything that's related to like, especially upbeat dancing shit, everywhere.
I mean, I kind of love it, bro.
Yeah.
Like I've been DJing since I was like 15.
Yeah.
Or like 14, right? So like I've been passionate about DJing for
sure.
a long time. So like I love seeing like, oh, what is this DJ gonna do?
Yeah.
Oh shit, that was fire.
Yeah.
And then if the video on top of it can be funny, like that's dope too. Like
Y'all are the funniest. I'll give you that.
Thank you. We try.
The
we
comedy, I think, is what puts you on a whole nother category.
Yeah, I would say,
bro.
hey, David, I'll put myself in it too. I think I'm funny as hell.
Yeah.
David is certainly a hilarious man himself.
Yeah.
So like, I think it translates in the videos.
Yeah.
But like, nah, I love it. You know.
Yeah.
It's cool in different ways because one, you get to see like other people have fun, like do stuff. And then it kind of like. I love like it's fun to learn from other people, you know.
Okay, yeah.
So like seeing what others are doing, seeing what we could be doing to make it better,
Yeah.
you know, or like drawing inspiration from like this DJ did this thing cool. Let me see if I could do like a transition, start with the same song but end with another one.
Gotcha.
You know, like
So you see it like that.
yeah, like it's dope, honestly.
Yeah.
And like I don't see why you shouldn't do it, you know, like
I think
it's fun, man.
Yeah, maybe because I've seen the low production value ones that aren't hitting. And like, I don't know, I feel like just through music, through culture, fashion, sports, whatever, I can kind of see when I think that somebody's trying to imitate something. And so that's when I've seen the imitation, not even of y'all specifically, but of or Culture FM, of the trend. And they're trying so hard to be on the trend is like, I don't know if that's for y'all. I feel like it's a little, from what no, I'm not even trying to be funny, but like.
You ain't that guy, pal.
No, but it doesn't even mean, bro, first off, Vino Vrade is not even that type of party.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So it's like, it's not for Vino, for example.
Yeah.
So I just feel like it's a little saturated, a little burnt out. Not the dope shit. I love what y'all do. I love a Culture FM. But I feel like it's like, if you're new and starting off, if you're going to try to get into that lane that's already has so much amazing, huge productions of it, there needs to be something like, why you also? You know what I mean? Because and I feel like they're doing it because it's trendy, not because, oh my God, I've always wanted to do this.
Fair.
And I feel like that's when you get lost in stuff, is when you're trying to please the crowd instead of like, hey, this is what I fuck with. Come fuck with it if you like it too.
Fair.
You know what I mean? I feel like they lose a little bit of authenticity. That's just my perspective.
I feel like the good ones though, like
the good ones are fire.
They have like what sets them apart, you know?
Yeah. Y'all, Culture FM, for example. For
like,
sure.
there's so many good examples out there that like do it well. Like I saw one from Colombia, bro.
See, that's a whole nother part of the world. I know they're going crazy.
Oh, they went crazy. And you know, like South America is like a huge market for music.
Yeah. Funk keeps growing.
Oh, bro.
You know
and it's like those people in Colombia fire, you know? And it's like the same concept, but like they play more reggaeton, more like Spanish.
And that's dope to
music,
see. That's
you know?
dope to see.
So like it's I think it's dope, bro.
Yeah.
And it's like, you know, it's a easy, like not easy, but like it's a fairly easy way to like get yourself out there as a DJ or like as a brand. So like why not? You know?
Got you.
It's fun. It's like, and then I guess if like from a business perspective, you know, I guess you can consider it seeing like other competitors like pop up and stuff. And like in our way, for me, it just like keeps us going, you know? It's like, oh, people are pulling up. That's great. We got to make sure, you know, like we always bring something new to the table, whether that's like a dope mix or like a dope guest or like better production.
Yeah.
Like we got to always try to like bring it new, like whether we switch up the editing style a little bit, like, but I think like that's not just us, that's any business out there. Of course, in the world. Like you do like an analysis of who your competitors are, and you draw inspiration from them if you like what they're doing, or you like do something completely different that you think is better. But like, all in all, I love it. Like I don't really relate to any DJ hate or anything.
Yeah.
Like, I find that corny.
No, of course.
I just love DJing. I love the art of it.
Yeah.
I love having fun.
Of course.
And bro, like our friends are like if the cameras weren't there, like the parties would be like, that's what you don't know. After we're done filming those, we turn off the cameras and we have another set after it.
Oh, how come I invented these, bro? What's going on?
Those are even crazier, bro. Like
that's anybody, for the Patreon. That's for the Patreon.
Nah, that's not for even nowhere. That's for nowhere.
Hold on now, don't.
No. But even bro, like even everybody like saying, oh yeah, it's like I've been seeing tweets saying.
Oh, that's actors?
No.
Oh, okay.
No.
I was like, what?
No,
okay.
For people saying it's, bro, like they should see us without the cameras.
Yeah.
We go even stupider, bro.
That's like, so funny. I can imagine.
Because you got to think that's at the end. That's when everybody has the most liquor in their system, bro.
Yeah,
so
that's so funny.
Yeah. But yeah, no, I love it, man.
That's dope. You spoke about kind of being your best as a business and kind of seeing the scope of things. How do you handle that as an event? I guess an event company overall, the bookings you do, DJ and event curator, because you have a lot of hats within Furtado Global in terms of not the competition of New York, but the simple fact of like it is very saturated in terms of events. In a good way, I would say like the scene is amazing, right? Like I would say to me, New York, even just Brooklyn alone, is more fun than Miami. It's more accessible. There's a ton of different types of parties. Any kind of music you want to get into, you can have. It's a lot easier to get into it, right? I feel like there's just so many options any night pretty much. So how do you personally handle that as Furtado Global, just seeing how much is out there? Again, not from a competitive standpoint, but just the simple fact of like, we got to be different because there's so much going on, which is how I feel too with Vino, obviously.
Yeah, I like how I see it. Like I only kind of do things that I'm a bit passionate about. Good. Right? Like I try to stay away from bookings where like if I don't feel like I could come and talk to you casually about like this artist that I'm working with or like DJ Collective or whoever it is, then I kind of don't really want to do it, you know? And luckily, like all the stuff that I'm passionate about, like there's a niche for it. There's like a community for it in New York at least, and other cities where we're expanding into. So like it's a balance because you can't book something as a fan. Like it has to make business sense. Yeah. Because if you book it as a fan, your money will go. Like it'll walk away from you. But like, yeah, you just gotta like be careful. Like it always has to, you have to like do some research, look at the numbers, like see what their engagement is, you know,
Yeah.
like see who's talking about them, what's and everything. So yeah, and also like I'm not really like out here like, yes, organizers and promoters compete with each other to get some shows and stuff, right?
Yeah.
But I think that like when you carve out like a niche for yourself,
Yep.
I think that alone allows you to not worry about other competition, right?
Right.
Since like I have this like very specific niche where like I'm working with like a lot of DJs from everywhere around the world that others might not necessarily know about, or like they might not see it as like a as viable thing as like the other things that they are working on, you know? So it puts me in a space alone where like I have the flexibility of like being able to work with like a top artist, just like I'm able to work with like a DJ who's built a brand on YouTube and who now wants to expand into the live realm of things, like how they make it.
Yeah.
And because I think I have this advantage because I am one of them in a way.
Yeah.
Like I am a DJ myself. Like I'm 26, you know.
Yep.
They're not like, because most of the times you'd have to reach out to like some like 40-year-old white dude trying to get like a date at a Live Nation venue.
It's a fact, yeah.
Whereas like with me, like it's like one of them, you know, and like I'm more transparent with the dudes. I can break down everything, et cetera, et cetera. So yeah, I don't really worry too much about the competition.
Yeah.
Obviously you have to a little bit because it is a business, and you know, like at the end of the day, money talks.
Yeah.
Like sometimes, you know, you're working with a venue, you're trying to get an artist in a venue, but the venue also just would rather do the show themselves because then they don't have to give up money to a promoter. So like you have to worry about these things, but like it's part of the game. Like sometimes stuff works, sometimes stuff doesn't.
Yeah.
And also I'm independent. It's my own money on the line.
Yeah.
So that will inform a lot of your decisions.
Yeah.
On what you do and what you don't do.
Yeah.
If you do some shit that doesn't work,
yeah,
no one's coming to save you, man. You
Type
gotta
shit.
pay up.
Type
And if
shit.
you don't pay up, you damage your relationships. And yeah.
Can't have that happen.
Nope.
Couple other questions. One is that Gen Z, and I think Gen Alpha. Well, Gen Alpha might be too
Is that
young.
time accurate?
No.
Okay.
It is 1:23. Got a few more minutes. Gen Z is drinking less. And nightlife is changing in a lot of cities, especially in LA. I think I recently saw like this kind of coffee shop DJ thing. People are kind of skewing away from alcohol related or alcohol needing to be involved. So I'm curious your thoughts on nightlife changing as people drink less. And for my main reason as an event host too is bar minimums. Because I don't think anyone cares about, like, people aren't going to stop going out at night. They just might drink less or drink something else.
Yeah.
So I think what I'm seeing for the future is bar minimums kind of have to change for venues. That's what I think.
I would love if venues leans more into alcohol-free options.
Yeah, you know what I mean? Or something
more than just like 3 little random ass things at the bottom of the menu. Like have a whole page. Where like people could look at it and be like, yo. Because you know, hey, somebody
CBD drinks too. I don't know.
I don't smoke, so I don't care. But
yeah,
like,
I don't smoke either, but
hey,
people like that shit, yeah.
But like as a party goer, I'd be thirsty.
Yeah.
I want to drink too, just without the alcohol.
Right.
You know, so like
Something that tastes
show
good.
me a little, you know,
Yeah.
spicy orange juice. You know, I'll pay the $14, the $22,
That's
whatever.
the key. Are people willing to pay for that who don't drink? We'll have to see. But if
Bro,
they are,
if you're thirsty, you pay, man.
it's a fact.
Like,
it's a fact.
and if the juice is good, then I'll pay.
Yeah.
It's like, you know.
Yeah. Because it's weird. It's like you don't want to have to be like, you know, go get more drinks at the bar. Because you just want people to have a good time. You don't want to like force them. Hey, did you buy your 3 drinks so I can hit my bar minimum today? Like, you know what I mean? So, and as people drink less, I feel like that's got to change.
Yeah, but I don't know. Like,
or find another way to make money off the event as a venue.
Yeah,
if you base it solely off alcohol. But I know it's tough on them.
It's a tough business because venues have high overheads. Like just the rent alone, bro. Like,
in this city specifically.
I don't even know what it is, but I'm sure it's a lot,
it's nasty.
right?
You see a lot of places closing. I've seen a lot of places, bars, lounges, nightlife venues, especially in Brooklyn. So
yeah, I don't know. I don't really know what the exact fix is.
Yeah. I'm just curious how it's gonna change.
I'll let you know when
You get the answer.
Nah, I'll let you know whenever I have my own venue.
Yeah?
We'll see.
That's the future?
I don't know. We'll see.
Yeah. That'd be dope.
But
I can see it for sure.
But nah, bro. Like it's. I don't know. I just like as a non-drinker, like I've kind of gotten used to, just going out and just like having my little Coca-Cola because the bar will have no options.
Yeah.
You know what I really think should be fixed before even the non-drinking thing?
Yeah.
Say you're at a bar, right? Like you meet this cute girl, and like I guess the traditional thing is like, oh, let me get you a drink, let me get you some food, whatever. Boom.
Yeah.
Why does it take 20 minutes for me to get my juice, bro? I swear to God, shout out to all my bartender friends. But it looks like they're doing everything and nothing at the same time. First of all, the line to get to the bar, if it's packed, sometimes might take you like 10 minutes because there's like people standing there. Sometimes they're just like, they have their drinks, they're just still there. I'm like, bro, leave. You get to the bar and it's like, all right, I just want a virgin mojito. And she's like, I want a Dom Perignon, whatever she wants, like big like cocktail thing, like sex on the beach.
Yeah.
And like, cool. And then they go back, bro. They're just like, they pull out every single bottle.
A sword come out randomly.
A sword, they light the drink. They light the drink on fire.
Throw it out and do it again.
Like they put a flame in their mouth and they.
Hey. Wine don't have to do all this. Just pour it out. Wine is simple.
Bro,
you ride it now.
They do all that shit. And I'm just like, And then like, all right, now you got the drink.
Marshmallow. No.
Yeah, no, even, bro. And then now you got the drink. Now it takes like 5, because like, I don't know. Like, I don't ever want to leave my card at a bar. Like,
I hate that shit too.
I'm like, yo, close my shit.
Yeah.
Takes them 5 minutes. They have to go to the machine. They got to press every single thing. You get the thing, and then they give you the thing. And the thing, and it just takes forever. It's so annoying.
Be a skit, bro. That gotta be a skit. We gotta do a skit of that.
I'm down.
Funny, bro. It's actually hilarious.
But it takes too long. I swear to God, like there needs to be an automated thing where like you just go to a machine.
Funny.
You press the drink you want.
Ooh, machine.
It comes out in 2 seconds, right?
This is a
and
business
then you
idea.
Tap your phone, like you tap your phone or whatever to get the drink.
Oh, vending machine.
And then I don't know if it's a vending machine,
but like robotic, though.
Or like you can even order it ahead, and then you can like pick it up at the counter.
Niggas gonna take whatever though. But still, no, I feel you.
No, you have a person watching it or something. Like something.
We have enough tech to make.
Yeah, speed that shit up, bro.
Yeah, no,
I don't want to wait 20 minutes, and bro, I don't have 20 minutes of conversation. I swear to God.
I was gonna say, y'all single dudes be losing them in that, though. She
because it's
just
like
want her little juice.
No, because
so
like there's
funny, bro.
like the conversation. I swear, no, but listen.
Dude ran out of artists to put her on to.
No,
I'm crying,
bro.
Bro, there's mad TV shows, sports. What we doing?
No, but like, bro, because you got to be in the mood to talk.
Yeah.
Wait,
why are you hollering at her? You're not in the mood to talk.
But like, listen. You could be like, hey, what's up? You start the conversation.
I gotta go, bro.
And then there's a thing where it's like, let's get what we came here for.
Yeah.
And then continue the conversation.
Yeah, for sure.
If you're waiting for the thing for 20 minutes, that 20 minutes is awkward to fill up because you're not moving, you're not seeing anything else. Yeah. And for me, I like my conversations are like based off of like things I see.
Yeah.
So if nothing, whatever.
That's hilarious. Wow. What a beautiful way to end this.
That's how we end.
What a beautiful way. Yeah, because that was the funniest moment of the pod, man. Now, thank you, Arty, for coming on. Congrats to all the success for Title Global, Club 1 BD, everything. We'll see y'all at these events, man, very, very soon. Especially at Brooklyn. April 5th?
April 5th.
We there. 1,200 people.
1,200
roller skating and dancing.
Yes,
What
sir.
more could you want? You heard it here. Feeding Conversations, episode 12. Peace.
Peace.